So Coldplay came to watch me sing. So 2 days ago, I had a really rough day, and lots of things just happened throughout the day that I really didn't like, and I was just in a bad mood. Basically, I got home around 7 p.m. thereabout. Also, I decided that I was going to go out and busk to sing on the streets, but then because I got home late, I was starting to reconsider. But then I just decided to go for two major reasons. I don't like to break my commitment to myself, and also just to make myself feel better, because I've been feeling bad all day and all because of the things that happened. So I just decided to go out anyways. But then the problem was that it was around 8 p.m. Who goes out to busk at 8 p.m? Nobody else but me. Normally by 6-7 p.m. I'm out of that place. Anyways, at 8 p.m. I got there and the whole street was dry. There was literally almost nobody on the street. Very few people were walking up and down. Everywhere was sort of dry and all of that, but then I just kept doing it. I was even blaming myself for doing it because it wasn't really going that well. My sound wasn't really sounding well. I was having sound issues basically, and I was sort of struggling. But then because I had promised myself I was going to be there from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. I just basically stayed there and kept playing. A few people stopped by and all of that. I was just doing it. Then I saw police going up and down. Like, what's the problem? They were wearing dark outfits from head to toe, and I was scared, wondering, oh, is there a problem? Is there trouble around? I, in fact, wanted to ask them that, do they want me to just leave the place or something, because I didn't want trouble. But then I just kept going, and I just noticed that the crowd kept getting bigger and bigger. People were gathering around and all of that. And I just kept going, and even though I wasn't really liking the sound, but I just kept going and all of that. Then at a point I just noticed that there were some guys in the audience that were just smiling from cheek to cheek and nodding their heads while I was singing. And I was like, who's really enjoying what I'm doing? Because I am not. I don't think the sound is that great. But then anyways, I just continued. I kept doing what I was doing, and at a point I was like, what am I saying? Because there was a face I recognized in the audience, and I was like, I know this face. Turns out it's Chris Martin. Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay. I'm like, what? Then at that point, my legs started shaking. I was playing the keyboard and trying to press the sustain pedal while I was playing and singing. But then I was just missing my steps because my leg was shaking. I'm not really that moved by celebrities. I'm not that much into the celebrity culture and all of that. But then for me, Coldplay is just not any band. Chris Martin is just not anyone for me, because I watch loads of his videos all the time. I watch Coldplay's videos all the time, and for me, Coldplay is like the ultimate picture for me of excellence, consistency, attention to detail, and musicianship. So for them to be standing right in front of me was like, what? I was like, this must be a dream, a really good one. Anyways, they just kept smiling in the audience and all. At a point I couldn't take it anymore. I just stopped, and also because I wanted to move to the next song, another song. But then I stopped, and then that was when Chris Martin, the leader of the band, walked up to me and shook my hand, and he told me I sounded really good. And turns out they were in the police van when the van, that was why there were loads of police men around. They were in the van and all, and they heard me singing, and that was why they stopped to watch me perform and all of that. Because when you're a creative, you deal with self-doubt, you deal with sometimes you're not sure if what you're doing is good enough. On that day, I was very sure I wasn't sounding great. I was sure I wasn't doing that great. But then for the exact people I look up to, like for those people to be so attracted to my music and to stop on the road to watch me was like mind blowing. It was like, wow, that means I'm really doing something right. And if anything, it really encouraged me. It really encouraged me to keep going and to keep creating the kind of music I feel is right to create, and not to overthink my stuff. And even if I don't think I'm sounding as good as I could be sounding, I should just keep going and all and stuff. It also brought me back. It gave me flashbacks of when I first started posting music online, and people would come into my DMs to tell me I don't sound that good. People would come and meet me and be like, oh, just stay with the keyboards, just keep playing keyboards. And there were people who told me to just stay as a songwriter and not actually do actual performance and singing, because they felt I didn't sound that good and all. It just really brought me back to those days. I'm like, oh, I've really come so far, to the extent where the exact people I look up to, and when it comes to excellence, would actually be attracted to what I'm doing, would be attracted to my sound that people have told me that is not that great and it's not that good enough. It's really, really mind-blowing. I was really encouraged by it. And yes, I asked for a picture, but Chris Martin said no.
Please, can I get a picture?
And they said no and all, and that was like, they don't do pictures, and it was fine by me. Them stopping by for me was like more than enough. Them Chris Martin telling me about how I sounded so good was really more than enough for me. And yeah, it really encouraged me. And so not only that, I forgot to add that he actually dropped a €100 tip for me. He gave me €100. Yeah, it's not so much about the money, like, yeah, it's just €100, but it's more than just €100 for me. It's about, wow, the person who gave it to me. I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful. If you can, please tag them in the comment section. You could tag Chris Martin and Coldplay in the comment section just to tell them thank you for actually stopping by, because it really meant a lot to me. It's really encouraged me. Just the fact that they stopped by and showed support for what I was doing, it really meant a lot to me, and I don't want to take it for granted.